Editing Jody here. Sorry about the illness. I've gotten several requests on videos like this to slow down and go through things in more detail. These videos are not intended to be how-to videos. This stuff is just me showing off the things that I do in my computer repair shop. And if you find it interesting or entertaining, that's great. If you learn something from it, that's great. But I have no intentions of going back to these old videos and then redoing them as some sort of a how-to on these complex things that require a lot more than what you may be seeing. I really don't have the time to handhold through some of these complex procedures. So, enjoy it as entertainment. Maybe you'll learn something, but please don't ask me to redo these in some sort of slow, methodical, how-to way. If you want that, you can always pay me $100 every half hour for a consultation. Take it easy. Before doing anything else, we enter BIOS setup on this old all-in-one and look through it. You'll notice it's an i3-4150, so a 4th gen Intel, probably has some USB 3, probably has gigabit Ethernet, but the most important things are I turned off the CSM because we don't need it, and I turned off secure boot because Linux won't boot without it. Save changes, and then spam F12. Ooh, it's angry. Ooh, it's very angry. I do believe we have some kind of hardware issue. That's a surprise. Okay, let's see if the weird hardware glitch happens again. I've never seen that before. That was really something. I don't know what. It was something. F12, please. Nope, I missed it and it booted. Alright, we're on the new, or the old machine rather, and we're going to check Device Manager out real quick. Take a quick look. Network adapters here. We have a gigabit Ethernet adapter. That is the main thing I wanted. Now we also WinX A, yes, Alt-Y, and check disk, C:/F, yes, WinX UR, and we'll restart. Now that it's rebooted, we're just going to WinX U, hello, WinX U R to restart, and then spam F12. Okay, wait for the chirps. I have my Tritech Service System solid state, not solid state drive, but USB drive in, but it isn't seeing it, which is a pain. Try another USB port and do it again. Come on, be nice. Okay, there it is. UEFI generic boot. Tritech Service System. Move you over here where you can actually see my commands. There you go. Kinda. I'll fix the fonts. Give me just a minute. Oh, come on. No, we don't need any Wi-Fi. Oh, hurry up. You know, you would think the guy who coded this would do a little bit better job. So let's check the file systems. Looks like everything is pretty good. Let me fix the fonts. Much easier to read. Now, let's see. I can see that you can't see the bottom. So let's get it to where you can see the bottom. Okay. That's pretty good. Alright. So here's what we're going to do on this machine. First we need to do a quick cleanup. Mount SDB3, and I'm just gonna TT cleaner. Don't bother with the file scan one. And hang on, I need to disable the network part of my system. There we go. and it's just going to delete stuff. Alright, camera positioning problem. So we cleaned out 3.3 gigs. How much space is there? There's a lot of space. There's 173 gigs. And let's run fsinfo one more time. This is GPT, so we can clone it to the new system. The problem is, how are we going to do that? ifconfig, and we've got wired and wireless. Now you'll notice the wired is up but has no IP address because I've actually crossed over these two computers. ifconfig and P2S0 192.168.3. We'll just make this one .1. Now this computer has an IP, and we need to switch to the new one. This new all-in-one has never been turned on. I literally just unpacked it and plugged it up. I don't know where the power button is or anything, but I'm not feeling it around the edges. So where is it? Is it here on the stem? It looks like it is. I think the computer's actually in the stand of the all-in-one on this one. And the question is, what's going to happen? I see a power light, so I definitely found the right button, but alright, F1, 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 F1. What has this new computer got? Ooh, other than blowing out the screen, good God. So I have this way too far over. Alright, let's see if we can show you what's going on here. Okay, the new computer has the fancy pants new UEFI BIOS that Lenovo and several others use, which under the hood actually runs something that used to be called micro Windows. Anyway, so unfortunately these newer systems also, because it's a graphical setup and they didn't think very much about being able to use keyboard shortcuts and such, they made it more difficult to use it with a keyboard. Also, I love how you can't exactly tell visually whether something is openable or not. It's very annoying. This is modern design gone to hell. Turn off secure boot so we can boot Linux to this machine too. And hopefully we can just go ahead and do that. I've got a flash drive right here. I think I have to go around. You shouldn't need a mouse to do this, but whatever. F12, Lenovo, the boot menu is usually F12. It's going to take about 1 billion years for it to restart, apparently. Alright, boot menu, USB hard drive. Oh, that's tough. I probably should not have left autofocus on. Anyway, it doesn't matter that much. We're booting the Tritech service system from the flash drive, and I just want to take this opportunity to remind you that the point of this is more to show you what I do, not so much something that you can do. You would need to have the same setup. You can kind of pull the same thing off with a live Linux disk of your own, but you would have to modify some of these steps. This is taking an awful long time, and I don't think that's in focus. Oh, it is now. Ah, come on. I don't have time for this. Okay. Fix the fonts. That's better. Now, what do we have in this system? It looks like, make sure I run out the screen here so you can see everything. Okay, we have a 512 gigabyte NVMe drive, so this is going to be fairly straightforward, as the other system over here has a 500 gigabyte SSD and is GPT. So we want to get Windows 11 on this. First of all, is there any forbidden or prohibited hardware? LSPCI. I don't think we have. We have USB 3.2, but No, I think we can do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Alright, so, assuming you can see this okay, ifconfig enp3s0 192.168.3.2. Now if we ping 3.1, we can see the other computer. Let's see if there's any other optimizations I can do. Not really. Okay. So here's the way this works. On one computer, we're going to run socat TCP listen 6666 reuse address so that if we have a problem we can just restart it, and then to standard out pipe that through lzop-dc because we're going to use lzop. Let me get this where you can see all the command line as I type it. We're actually going to use the lzop compressor to try to make this faster, and then we're going to output that to dev nvme0n1, which is the full device. Boom. Now come back over to the old computer and we'll type ddif is dev, what is that, SDB, count equals 8, because we really only need the first 8 sectors. Lzop socat -u dash, which is standard in, TCP 192.168. This thing is really dark, and I'm sorry I have it at an angle. 3.2 6666, which is the port number. And if I hit enter on that, you'll notice it also finished over here. So let's do the same thing over here for the EFI system partition. Boom. And over here, just like what we did over there, we'll actually literally just hit up and go back, nuke the count, change it to SDB1. Boom, and that's that. Okay. Now, MS reserved, actually, over here on the other one, MS reserved doesn't matter. So here's where it gets ugly. We have to do an NTFS clone, and I don't remember the options. Actually, hdparm-z dev nvme whatever it is, and it rereads the partition table. Then we'll do the clone nvme0n1p3 because partition 3 on the other one, and we need to restore from the special file format -r dash, I suppose it is. Yep, that's it. Now, on this one, to clone the existing NTFS, we will go, you know what, this is really hard to read. Does this have the fancy font? I don't think it does. No, I don't see it. So, anyway, we're in SDB3, so we got to get out of it. We've cleaned it. Now what we need to do is NTFS clone, get the options. I always have to look at them because why not? Alright. Save image and dev nv, and I'm going to actually do the -- rescue in case there's any read errors. Dev nv. No, it's not NV, that's right. SDB3. There we go. So that'll read SDB3 and lzop1. The reason I'm using lzop-1 is so it's faster. socat u dash TCP 192.168.3.2:6666, and then NTFS clone will scan. Hopefully it succeeds because we did check this, saving NTFS to image, and you'll notice over here that it is now restoring NTFS from image. It's sending compressed data over gigabit Ethernet, and I've actually got this crossover cable situation here. This wire right here that you can't really see is a crossover cable between the computers directly. So they are talking with no intermediate hardware at gigabit Ethernet speeds, and it's restoring from the old to the new. Alright, the clone is complete, so now I'm just going to use my little image drop tool to maximize. I forgot to add that part. That part's important. Well, it doesn't matter what it is, there's no images to be found, so there we go. Expand the last partition to fit the new device. Hurry up. There we go. Okay. Now, the big question. What's gonna happen when we boot this computer? Will it crash because it doesn't have the storage driver? That's sort of my bet. Hang on a second, I need to fix this. No, it didn't crash. That's sort of a miracle. Okay, it did not crash. That's kind of cool. I'll be damned. It worked. The clone worked, like out of the box worked. There we go. It's even almost looks like the video drivers are what. That can't be true. Display adapter still says Microsoft Basic Display Adapter. Oh, shut up. Okay, we'll fix that later. But yeah, the clone worked. Now we have to get it on the internet because we need to do. Yeah, there's a lot of missing drivers. So one of the things that I have on this flash drive, all of these drivers that I've got right here, yeah, these things, they make a big difference. So these drivers on this flash drive, what I'm going to do is point the network controller, update browse, and we're going to point it at the entire new driver store on the flash drive and see if it goes ahead and picks up whatever that is. Because we have to get it on the internet at least enough to run Windows updates to pull the rest of the drivers or to go get them ourselves manually. Come on. It might take a minute the first time especially. But I've accumulated driver piles for several computers. Yep, see, it found it. Like, I don't know, these are laptops, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's the same thing. Yeah, it's a Realtek AX adapter. There we go. Obviously, the PCI Express gigabit controller doesn't matter much. Let's connect up to my 5G network. All right. And now we'll be able to, come on, we can convince it to get drivers for us, hopefully. But I'm not going to wait. In the meantime, let's go ahead and see if we can get it to do scans for other drivers and find them. Actually, base system device probably won't show up. Let's try that again. Once it's read the list of drivers from the flash drive, it's in the cache, so it takes a lot less time to find it. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. I realized the other day that what I actually do with computer repair is equivalent to what speedrunners do with video games. I try to find the fastest way to pull off whatever it is. Right now I'm using a mouse because frankly the keyboard's hard to reach because the camera's kind of blocking it. But normally I'd just be tabbing and entering my way through everything. Yeah, a lot of newer computers have the same hardware, so I don't have to do a whole lot of work to find that hardware. Also, under optional updates here, I'm going to have a few new pieces of hardware I can add. Another thing that I do is I bring up an admin command prompt and I have device cleanup, which, if you're wondering about it, it is by Uwe Sieber. Oh, whoa, no, why is Firefox running? Uwe Sieber, device cleanup. Good stuff. Anyway, hit Control A, delete, and deletes all the old devices from the system image that I used to, or from the old system, rather. I probably shouldn't have done that because this is a new computer and I may have just deleted her printers. So that might have actually been a mistake. But, yeah, I'm just going to pretend like it wasn't a mistake. You know, can't win them all. See if we can find more drivers. This is almost done. I mean, once the drivers are done and I'm sure activation is taken care of, we're done. That's the end of this. Notice I'm ignoring the video card. It doesn't look like it's downloading though, so I may have to put that on. Yeah, let's go ahead and tell it to look for the video adapter. Maybe we can find a graphics driver in the pile of drivers, but this is a brand new computer. Actually, let's WinXY, and we have a 13th gen i7 13620H, so it is a laptop chip, which makes sense. These all-in-ones usually are grandiose laptops. Some of them are desktops, but the truth is a lot of lower power desktops have laptop chips. Yeah, all the stuff that I told it to download was wrong. Why? Because I deleted all the device entries for it. Well, it found a video adapter driver. That's cool. Let's get this activated. So, Windows security, let's dismiss some nonsense. Virus protection, manage settings, real-time off, yes. Oh, there goes the display driver. Yep, Intel UHD graphics, that's what I have on my MSI QB. Audio. We're going to find an audio driver, maybe. WinXA, and bring up an admin command prompt. And I actually don't remember why I pulled that up. Oh yeah, now I do. If you go to massgrave.dev, you can get this same tool, Microsoft Activation Scripts. I didn't know they had a new one. That's cool, but we'll do HWID anyway and see if it works. Alright, devices by connection. It looks like I'd already installed all of the audio stuff. Meanwhile, MassAIO is taking care of whatever activation issues are present. I don't really feel like dealing with it. This will make sure that it activates. Error. Why were there two? That's stupid. What? Okay, I don't care. Alright, I just don't care. As long as it's activated, I really don't care. We can check by checking personalize. I don't want to do that. Okay. I think we have installed all of the important drivers. Let's check. Just like this GPIO controller, stuff like that I worry about. Because sometimes there's hardware attached to it that doesn't work without the correct driver. Oh, okay. Yeah, of course there was a new driver for it. Why wouldn't there be? So let's restart and see what we got. Also, it wouldn't hurt to do a disk check, I would imagine. Okay. Looks like we're good. The only other thing I have to do is restore some data from an old computer. So, I have this backup drive I'm going to plug in. And I always use the Windows 7. Yeah, here's the service system flash drive. I always use the Windows 7 so-called backup system because the Windows 7 backup system works better. So this system, let's see, where are you? 2 terabyte 2, double click the backup. Restore files, which I hit space to do. See, there's a backup here, 10.6 to 12.15. So the newest backup is December 15th. We'll hit next. Alright, we'll just select all files in the following location, browse, see, and I'm going to make, oh, there's already a folder called backup. Damn it. We'll just restore to that anyway. Let's go take a look. I don't think any of this data matters, so let's go ahead and nuke it. Yeah. If this mattered, it would have already been done, so we'll nuke it. This is their old computer. So we'll go ahead and restore that data from the really, really old computer to this one. What? Okay, yeah, I don't know what those are, and I don't care. It looks like they were direct 3D caches. We don't care about that. Honestly, we probably could have skipped all of app data and been okay. So I do not care. Yeah, we'll just skip all of them that are like that. Because we do not care. I'm also noticing the app data stuff is hidden, which is very frustrating. Let me show you how to deal with that. WinXA, yes, backup, attrib -s -h -r/s/d star. Boom. But we'll wait until this is done so that we unhide everything. Oh God, it's an iPad backup. Okay.